Hello, cats and kittens. Oliver Jose, Yodoshku. Back in the Crisis Corner on Manga Monday. And we're back with my man Dave. Hey, Dave.
What's up, people?
Man, been a little while. We're going to chop it up on Egghead Island in general and going up to the current chapter, 1103. And just getting general impressions. Start with general impressions on Egghead Island. Um, this this arc so far has been like absolutely game changer. I mean,
Okay.
it's like it's just. I mean, coming off. I mean, as big as Wano was, this is in terms of lore. It seemed like it might even be a little bit bigger because it's. I guess just yesterday I was going back and I had to go back and watch what you call them, the lead up to Marinefoot. Basically, starting with Shabani Archipelago,
Okay.
and it just reads different. You know what I'm saying? Kizaru's actions there, Kuma's actions there. It just all reads different when you go back and look at it because, like, none of this stuff is like it's just different. That's all I'm saying. What are your impressions on Egghead so far?
I mean, for the most part, I guess I think we are aligned. I'm going to say it's very much game changing. So far, and I want to stay clear of saying definitively this is the best arc that he's done post time, whatever. I want to stay clear of that until he finishes.
Mhm.
But he's putting in work. Lore wise, I
Yes.
can't remember any arc that's as substantial as this one.
Mm.
Like you said, you go back and you re-examine Kuma's actions pre-time skip, and it's just like, wow, wait a minute, what's happening here? So I'm enjoying Egghead. I'll say that.
And I mean, Vegapunk. I mean, up until this arc, I mean, I thought he was the evil scientist that worked for the world government. You know what I'm saying?
Vegapunk.
Now, how evil he was, I mean, if you take it only from say Punk Hazard up until
Uh-huh.
now,
Yeah.
you don't know. You don't know exactly where he stood, but now it's like a whole different cat. You know what I'm saying? It's all these people read different.
I tell
So
you, in all honesty, you would imagine Vegapunk with what the bits and pieces that you got being like Saturn is turning out to be.
mhm.
So that's how you imagine Vegapunk was going to be. You were setting up to meet, the antithesis of Frankie. It's somehow or another his
Mhm.
his opposite number, and
Yeah.
that's not what you got at all. It's just bumbling old man. Yeah, I mean, I
Yes.
don't know.
I mean, at this point, I mean, if in another world, man, I can see him being in the crew. You know what I'm saying? He
I,
kind of like he's cool. You know what I'm saying?
I think we talked
He a good
about that,
dude. He a
but
good
yeah, I
dude. You
mean,
know?
I would he is, and I wouldn't mind it per se, but like I think we talked about it, and he just, to my mind, he steps on too many people,
Yeah, yeah,
being
yeah.
in the crew. But outside of that, I like what he brings. So
Yeah, real talk. I got death flags on him too. I don't know, man.
I
Either he's gonna
mean,
make it. Either gonna wind up with the revolutionaries
uh-huh.
and just stay there, and help
Okay.
out the revolutionaries, or he just gonna get killed like the rest of his satellites and pass all his knowledge down to Frankie or
I,
something
I,
like that.
I
'Cause
will say at this
I,
point in time
I,
in Egghead Island, it's a lot of death flags just a waving, just
hey,
a waving.
yeah, some people that ain't gonna make it out of here. I mean, this is just clearly there's gonna be some people that don't make it out. Um, Now, getting more specific, is is Bonnie's backstory not the saddest thing that you've ever seen? I mean, I guess you could say Bonnie's or Kuma's, whatever. Either way you want, but
I mean,
Kuma. I mean, he got downright sadistic with Kuma. Man. I mean, his pops got shot off in one panel. He said what
uh,
he said something. Man said, "Shut up!" Boom, shot his pops right in front of his face. I
dude, I
mean,
don't.
older guy sadistic. You know what I'm saying? in
I
terms of
do.
people's sad backstories.
I don't even know, man. Like this stuff is it's just crazy. And for him to turn out, for Kuma to turn out as well as he has, it's absolutely incredible. You just like you said, it may very well be the saddest backstory.
That
And
I've ever seen.
I mean, it's hard to because it's hard to quantify pain, but ultimately, it's pretty bad.
I always had a soft spot for Chopper's backstory,
Oh,
especially at
choppers.
the tail end, with my man, killing himself and all that. He's the doctor. What's his name? What's his name? I forget his name.
Oh,
His mentor,
Hiralock or something like that.
Kirlock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and his that was sad. That was sad.
Oh, I
And plus
mean,
him being
dude,
so
they.
young, but that
I
was
mean,
pretty sad.
no, I
Nami's
mean
backstory is sad.
choppers. Nami's is ridiculous.
Mm.
Robin. I mean,
Oh,
it
people
goes
being
on.
killed.
Yeah,
I'm
man. So
sad.
it's like I said, it's hard to quantify pain, but it's up
This
there.
man.
It's up there with the I mean, shoot, Sanji's backstory. I mean, everybody got a little something, something. But he put in work this time. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, he raising the daughter of his. I mean, his wife basically was violated.
Yo,
He raising the baby and love her so much that he get his mind wiped out
yo,
and turned into a living weapon to protect her.
yo,
You know what I'm
this is
saying?
insane, yo. Like it's just
Ah,
crazy.
I mean,
Like,
the battle cry for 2004 is justice for Kuma. And justice for Kuma. That's it. He got to get his justice. I mean, I can't wait to see the next chapter
a little bit, a little bit. I
because
mean, real talk.
yeah, he been through too much. I mean, he ain't gonna make it out. That's fine.
No,
He need
no,
he need
like
he need
that
to he
flag.
need to yeah he need to rest in peace. So his suffering will be over soon, and that's cool. He done his part, whatever.
Okay,
But yeah, it's that's probably the saddest story that I've seen to this point, and
okay.
which makes Bonnie for Straw Hat pretty much a no brainer in my mind. If she don't wind up with the Straw Hat, she's going to the Revolutionary Army. But
Well,
it makes more sense for her to stick with the Straw Hats.
I think if we could figure out what her role would be, and for those watching at home, Jose has we talked off camera a bit about this, and he's made me a convert completely because Oda likes to play people. He's been having a good time in this post time skip era of dangling this person for Straw Hat and then pulling them back.
Taking it back.
He had the people on the carrot for Straw Hat bandwagon, and he said no no
Mm-hmm.
no 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 no, and then he had people on the Yamato for Straw Hat bandwagon. He said oh no 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 no
Yeah,
no no,
right.
Momonosuke for so he does a lot of dangling the people in and then pulling it back. So but I am on board with this Bonnie for Straw Hat. Now, I don't know what her role would be as of yet. I can't quite figure out.
At this point, she would probably be like an apprentice, almost like Shanks and Buggy, I guess, and them, I guess. Some kind of cabin boy type, whatever.
Look, if that's where she fits in, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, he basically has, I mean, going back to '02, he's got them their journey, her journey and Luffy's juxtaposed with each other.
Yeah,
And it's just like them leading towards each other. You know what I mean? I mean, she's a Nika fan just like her father. She's been looking for this dude. You know what I'm saying? So what's the
yeah.
point of her looking for Luffy and then going off somewhere else? You
And I mean,
know,
but you would want there to be more to her dream. Maybe it's to see Nika bring freedom
freedom. Yeah, yeah.
to the world, and at that point in time, she has to stick close to Luffy. So I could see that, and I could see her blending in with the team. I think there's plenty comedy there to be mined with her and Luffy. I think
Mm-hmm.
she'll fit in with the. I mean, at this point in time, it was a quartet with Luffy, Chopper, Usopp, and Brook, but
Mm-hmm.
a quintet, it'll just be what it is. I think she'll fit in perfectly with the rest of them.
And where do you think she scales in terms of the power hierarchy? If she did wind up at the top,
She doesn't skew it, in my opinion. I think she's going to fit somewhere in the middle. Let's see. I would put her above the Cowardly Trio.
easily, yeah.
Um,
The mid tier gets a little
yeah,
interesting
the mid
because
tier is real solid.
if you're saying basically that, I mean, you got the top is Jinbei, Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro.
Yeah,
After that, you're dealing with Robin, Frankie,
and Brooke.
and Brooke. So I would put her. I mean, wow, her power is pretty.
It's pretty versatile.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, would I
And
put her above Robin? I'm not sure.
no,
I
no,
don't.
I got
Yeah,
Robin killing her.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I
I
get
mean,
that. I mean, then you better hope she don't come up with. If she come up with armament, you
yeah,
got a problem.
I don't know, man. Robin,
You
so
could be a
the mid tier
problem.
is real solid, and
Yeah,
that's Luffy's gift. I mean, the mid tier is real solid. If you put
yeah.
hockey on any of them balance,
You got problems. You got
yeah.
problems.
I got her living in the mid tier somewhere. I can't tell you right now where because I'd have to give it some real thought. I got her possibly taking Brooke.
I got that. Yeah, I can see that because
Um,
she can do some, especially with that distorted future thing.
yeah.
Okay, so you put somewhere between Brooke and Frankie, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Frankie, a tough dude. I mean, at this point in time, he don't even need
Yeah.
hockey. Like, I just don't
No, he
even.
don't. He really doesn't. He
Yeah,
really
I
doesn't.
mean, as long as she don't get hit, I mean, as long as she don't get hit, then
And I
maybe
don't
she
know
could
if
take
she.
Frankie. But I don't. I don't. She
And I
can't
don't.
get. She can get hit.
I don't even know if she has hockey at all.
Yeah, that's
She
true. So we
might.
have
I
to see what
mean,
she's messing with. I don't have her
yeah.
beating any of them Bama's at the top. I'll tell you that off the break. Distorted
Okay, nah,
future,
nah.
not like I don't have her
Yeah,
taking nobody. I mean,
nah. The top four is like, yeah,
yeah, I just don't
you ain't
see it.
messing with them
I
dudes.
don't see, she could have did that be her biggest mistake. I don't know. So
And going back to my man Saturn, right?
okay.
The question also becomes at this point, what are Gorosei? Are they human?
Uh,
Are they whatever? I mean, yeah, my man popped up like some kind of demon summons or whatever come out the ground. He
yo,
talking about he talking about it's good to be back in the real world or whatever. I
like
mean,
where? I
where
mean,
he
I'm
been?
assuming it's because he's been on Marijoa. That for all intents and purposes, that's the kingdom. That's Holy Land. So at this point in time, I'm coming down from the heavens and I'm
Okay,
setting foot
yeah,
on with it. So that I mean that's how I interpreted that bit. But like you say, he's being summoned.
that's
It's a
what I'm
lot
saying.
going on.
That
Like,
joint
is
look
that
like
his devil fruit? Is
That's what
that
I'm
his?
saying.
I don't
That
know.
that thing looked like some kind of reverse summons. I don't know who's doing something. You know what I'm saying? You pop up out the
Yo,
ground.
and
Just
so you wondering, is this something that all of them can do? Is this something that's specific to Saturn and his devil fruit? Can we get a little bit more in terms of like I don't know. It's a lot here that I really want to know that I don't know if Oda gonna give us.
and is that his is that form that he's taken? Is that his true form or is that his awakened devil fruit form? Because if it's his awakened devil fruit form, I question that because would he? That means he's going all out. You know what I'm saying? This is like maybe he felt like
I
because
mean,
he could
all
have just
out.
showed up old man's, man form and just did his business that way.
I mean, but
Uh,
all out mean if this is true though, Jose. To be fair though, all out means everybody is stuck to the ground. Like everybody is. It seems like some kind of gravitational vortex. Everybody's in it. So it's not like he's straining or anything. So maybe he is going all out, but I don't know. This dude looked like a monster.
all right, he whatever he is, all right. His
Okay.
ability. I mean, I don't even know if this is connected to, like you say, is it Are these people paralyzed because of his presence? Are they paralyzed because he's actually exerting some kind of force on them? Because some people can move. He's not exerting that force on Bonnie. He's just holding
No,
her in his hands, but she can
that's
move.
true. That's
She
true.
can't use her powers. She can't use her devil fruit. She tried to. She used a distorted future and it rescinded or whatever
I
because she
mean,
can't use it against him for some reason. Maybe it's part of the thing where he worked, part of the experimentation where she can't use it against him, or maybe she can't use it against him because of whatever force that he's putting out. But
I mean,
apparently, yeah,
he said something to the effect of, her belief plays a big part in her devil fruit. So it seems like at this particular moment, she's filled with doubt. I don't. I think Luffy's gonna have to beat that drum again.
yeah,
She's gonna
definitely,
have to become a
definitely.
believer. I don't know.
Because neither her nor Kuma have seen him in Nika form.
Man,
So
man,
that's
man.
that's that's gonna be a game changer because I mean definitely Kizaru's seen it and now we know that he's also a Nika fan, I guess. To some extent, anyway. He's a game changer. He might wind up on a
He might
he
wind up
might
where?
wind up a revolutionary or something because he see the thing that I like about what Oda does is he sets up, the irredeemable evil cats and then the quasi evil cats, like whatever. The admirals, I mean, like, if you go to, I mean, some of them you can say are irreprehensible, maybe. I like Green Bull and his boy, what you call him? Fleet Admiral.
You know, Akinu?
Akainu. I would say Akainu, he's a company man for real. But I don't see nobody talking jutsu and him into, being
No.
a good guy. But at the same time, he's to me, he's almost kind of just like a company man. He's doing the business of the world government. I don't know if he believes in the Gorosei or the Tenryubito at all. He's just doing his job.
Okay.
To me, it seems like.
Well, I agree
Uh,
with that. So I think
yeah.
for me though, I think so. I try to steer clear with One Piece because I think what I think I say that Oda delves in what I like to call the gray. So it's just for all intents and purposes, it's hard for me to call somebody good or evil in One Piece. And I think this is brilliant because this is for all intents and purposes, this is a child's comic book. I mean, this is
Mm-hmm.
meant for like this is brilliant to me. So like if you watch something like Game of Thrones, you
Mm-hmm.
can be rooting for who's good, who the good guys, who the bad guys. Are the Starks the good guys? Are the Lannisters the? I mean, who the good guys and who the bad guys? Why are they the good guys? Why are they the bad guys? People have their own interests, and they do what they do. So I find all these individuals are just shades of gray, and there are very few black characters, just cold-hearted beast villains. I mean, you don't get too many of that. Everybody has a varying shade of gray. Now, for all intents and purposes, in the world of One Piece we dealing with pirates. The idea of
Mm-hmm.
pirates is you go in, you steal from people, you're doing bad stuff, and we're essentially rooting for a band of pirates.
True.
They're
True. True.
in true, by true definition, not to say that they're mean pirates or they're evil pirates, but they are breaking the law by
Mm-hmm.
being pirates. We're rooting for the villains off the break. I tell you that we're rooting for the villains. And he
True.
has
True.
us. I'm team Mugiwara all day, every day. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to stay clear of good guy, bad guy in terms of whatever. So I never really perceived Akiyunu as a bad guy per se. He was very efficient at doing his job, and I agree with you. He's a company man.
Mm-hmm.
Ace, he killed Ace. I mean, Ace
Mm-hmm.
was a pirate. When people
Mm-hmm.
want to get all up in their feelings, whatever, Ace was a pirate. I mean, that's his job. I take pirates out. So he took out, so
That is
he's
true.
not
That
one of
is
those
true.
people that I'm like, oh, I got to see Akiyunu get his comeuppance. He ain't done nothing, as far as I can tell, outside of what he's supposed to do. So,
That's right. He don't even like the Tenryubito that much
I
anyway.
mean, nobody seems to.
Nobody does. Nah.
Tenryubito and
I
the
don't even
Goro
know if the
say.
Goro say like the Tenryubito. To be honest with you.
Well,
Uh,
Well, apparently, I mean, the Gorosei are um Tenryubito. They are
The
the
nobles, I
the
guess.
top
Yeah.
five, the top as far as we can, as far as the world knows, the top five world nobles running around are these Bamas. So
Mm-hmm.
they part of this bunch, and this whole bunch seems to be corrupt. Now they seem to be black characters, and
Yeah, black.
they all
Yeah.
seem to be bad guys for the well, not all of them, because you had some people who said, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that." And, we see what happened to
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
they seem to be black characters, and they seem to be
Mm-hmm.
bad guys. So I'll say that. But I can't really put Akainu in that camp, and none of the admirals so far. I mean, I like to see a little bit more of Green Bull
Mm-hmm.
before I start, because he seemed a little crazy to me. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
because he was saying some nonsense. So
Yeah, I mean, he's a. I'm not gonna line
I
him
mean,
up with just irredeemable evil, but he's a jerk for sure.
he's a
Don't
jerk for
nobody,
sure. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I'll give you
yeah,
that. I'll give you that. I got to see a
yeah.
little bit more, but he don't seem he ain't wrapped too tight. I'll tell you that. He just don't
No,
necessarily.
no.
I don't know.
But I mean, at this point, I would say, and Saturn for sure, he's going to be the first of them to get killed. I
Oh
think
yeah, he got to
he
go.
got to
But I
he
mean,
got to go.
he made it clear he got to go. He has to
Yeah,
go.
he.
He
I
can't
mean,
make it out this arc.
he experimented on homegirl mother and experimented on her and
Oh, her, yo,
caused all of this. He got my man Kuma mind wiped out,
yeah,
which
yeah.
I was holding out hope that maybe some way they find a way to save Kuma's consciousness, but it looked like he's gonna. I mean, in my mind, I think he's gonna self destruct and take Saturn with him,
Okay,
which will
okay.
open a whole nother because that self destruct thingy was put in there for a reason. You know, it was mentioned in the I forget which issue it was that Vega he wanted Vegapunk to put that in case he went rogue. So it seems to me that he's gonna probably take I don't know how they're gonna get off of the island, but he's gonna blow. He's gonna probably blow up and take Saturn with him. So take a chunk of Saturn with him. I don't know if they're gonna go five elder stars to four, but
I mean,
they might come up short. 'Cause
I think so too.
Yeah, Kuma's gonna get his pound of flesh. That's all. He deserves
I agree with that. I
it.
agree with that. I mean, if there's any justice in the world of One Piece, it's got to
Justice
be
for Kuma,
Kuma.
man. Justice
Justice
for
for
Kuma.
Kuma.
Ooh,
Justice for
I mean,
Kuma. I
no
mean,
joke. He got Saturn got to go. Now, I don't know if he's strong enough to take him out 1v1. That's the question. Because I first we don't even know what Saturn can do aside from holding people
no.
down with his whatever. And I'm assuming also that all right, let's go back to the situation at hand.
Okay.
Luffy, somebody got Luffy that food so that he's gonna get back into the fight.
He's gonna have a recharge. Yeah.
Yeah. Who got him that food? The main culprits could probably be Puma. Puma, because he probably would do it, and they panned to him when the issue came up, and he didn't say nothing. But he didn't look like he really moved from that spot. I heard somebody say it possibly was Caribou, because we
Okay.
know that he can store food and bring it out, but could he move in the presence of Saturn one and two? He hasn't been seen since they were back on the boat, so that would be left field. You know what I mean? Of the people who are in the room, I mean, who could move? That's what I'm saying. If you gotta do the strong and Sanji could move. Maybe if you had conquerors, you could say maybe Zoro, but he's not in the room. Uh,
I mean, you making great
Kizaru.
points.
Yeah, I mean, it's had to be Kizaru. You figure Admiral could probably pull it off.
I mean,
None of the satellites, none of
could move.
yeah,
None of
they
them
can
could
move.
move.
They said flat out, I can't homegirl with the split colored hair, whatever. She said she could move.
She said, "If I could, I could. If I would, but
Yeah,
I
but I
can't."
can't
So
move.
yeah. So
So
I don't know. That's a great question. Like, who gave him that food? And Kuma seemed like he was showing up.
yeah, so
So you would
it'd be
assume he wasn't the one giving the food. That's a I don't know, man.
probably Kizu.
Who gave him that daggone food?
If I had to say anybody, it would be Kizu. If not him, I like to say Zoro, but he's not in the room.
No, Zoro's at this point in
He
time,
fighting
he's still playing around with
Lucci.
Lucci. Yeah, yeah, he's still playing around down there. I mean, it's we got mission to complete. He's still playing around
Right.
fighting Lucci. Like you got time for this dude. Put that baby down.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Come get
yeah,
to
he
work.
Lucci shouldn't be no work for him. Lucci should not be no work for Zoro. He just
This
finished
should be.
taking out my man Kaido's top man. He ain't got time for Lucci. Man. He
I'm
should
just
cut
wait,
that man
look,
out.
look, look.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's what you call him?
Ooh,
Kaku. Not Kaku. What's his name? Kakazu, whatever. The giraffe fellow. Where's he
Kaku,
at? Yeah.
Kaku.
He couldn't move too much either because he got beat down by somebody. I don't know who. That's a mystery to be solved, I guess.
Okay.
But
Who started feeding that Bama?
who started? Because there was a lot of food there. You know,
A
it wasn't
lot
like
of
a little
food.
bit. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I saw somebody say caribou, but I said that makes sense. But he wouldn't be able to move because he's weaker than good half of the crew.
I mean, maybe it has to be something that he's doing consciously
That's a good
to
point. That's a
subdue
good point.
you, and maybe he
If he
didn't
doesn't know,
realize.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. That's a great because that's a whole rack of food, and he's getting down on it. Somebody dropped off. I mean,
Allah.
maybe Kuma dropped it in the from the sky. I don't know, man. I can't because it's there.
Possible because and it had to be quick because in the same chapter he was sitting there. Somebody give me food,
Mm.
and
And then he
then
had it.
later, then he had it. So within the span of that time, somebody dropped a bunch of food in there.
Now it doesn't. It's to be fair. It's not in my mind. It's not beyond Caribou to give it to him because this man is an opportunist.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mean, people, he has a bad reputation, but at some point it might end up being Caribou for Nakama. Like, I mean, the dude, he does not appear to be going anywhere. I'm
No,
just going to say, you guys leaving? Let me get up on that ship. I don't know. I
right,
mean, he's
right.
talking like he's going to betray him. I got to tell this person whatever. But how he getting off this island? At the very least, maybe he did this to help so
That
to
yeah.
endear himself. I don't know. Like that's a great question, Jose. I didn't even
Okay,
to be honest with you, I wouldn't even think about it.
okay. And I'm
You know,
skipping back and forth a little bit here. Another question that I had more to do with translation than anything else. In the raw translation, he said, if Kuma started going after the instinct fragment, where do you think he would go, Ivan? All right. And he said, and the answer was, if it was me, I'd certainly go to Mary Joie. Then I look on the Reddit and it translated it as, he says, if hypothetically Kuma was moving because of fragments of instinct, where do you think he would go? And then Yvonne said, if it was me, I would charge straight to Merjour, but Kuma's different after all. So this ends. One said instinct fragments, one said fragments of instinct. So they're saying that he still maintains some level of his consciousness.
it sounds like it to me, and I mean, it seems like based on what we've seen that he does. Because at this point in time, it seems whatever's left in there, he's coming for Bonnie. He's coming to make sure that girl is okay.
You think that was
So
by Vegapunk's doing, or just his sheer force of will, or what?
now I think that's a great question too. I think because either way, that makes sense. So either way, you would think Vegapunk would be like, if you can get beyond all this programming, then whatever, I'll leave you with this. But I like it being his sheer force of will. If I'm being
That'd
perfectly
be
honest,
that'd be
I
beast.
really,
That'd be
you
beastly
know,
right there.
I don't something about
That
it being just him making it.
yeah,
I don't know, overcoming the science. Overcome. I would love to have Vegapunk
yeah,
in there talking about, oh, he shouldn't be able to do this.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
like whatever. Like I mean, sheer force of will is incredible. The sheer amount of love he feel, like you said, he didn't.
That
He
would be
didn't marry. He did not marry that girl. That wasn't his wife technically.
yeah.
You knew he loved her. He was about her, But for all intents and purposes, this is, Bonnie. It's somebody else's kid, but
He don't
that's
have no,
his
yeah.
baby.
That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't have had no allegiance to him. And not
Yo,
much. Not
I
much.
mean, look, I'm
That's
all
the
about this dude. He a good dude.
Yeah, but he's
He's a
the
good dude.
best. He's the best. I
Like,
mean,
dude,
Cooper is
dude.
that's my dude right there. Without question, Cooper's my dude. And like I say, I want him to rest in peace. I want him to get his pound of flesh, light into my man Saturn, and do his best. Luffy, come up in Nico form so
Yeah,
that he and Bonnie can see
can
that
see it. Yeah.
Nika's back, so he could die in peace, and then she
Yo, that would
sails
be
off with the crew.
that would be
And
so
she
great. That
sails
would be
off with the crew.
fire,
That
dude.
would
That
be,
would be
yeah.
fire.
If there's
Like,
any justice, man, come on.
I do wonder. I mean, I do wonder if, because like I said, death flags are waving for Kuma too. So I
Yeah,
do wonder that if he goes out, if his devil fruit is going to come into play.
that's
I'm
a good
curious as
point.
to
That's a good point.
if we're going to see how devil fruits resurface. We're going to. I wonder if, and the only reason I wouldn't want Vegapunk to go down is because, to my mind, he's the world's foremost expert on devil fruits. Does he tell us, well, this is all we got to do, and it's going to be part of this that tangerine tree on the, on the sunny, boom, boom,
Ooh.
boom. You pull one of you Bama's a lucky inheritor of the pawpaw fruit. I'm curious as to if that's going to happen.
Now, Bonnie's abilities came from an extract from which fruit?
Oh
Some
my
fruit
goodness.
that it was a fruit that allows you to change ages or something. Or was that?
Yeah, yeah.
But she hasn't eaten the devil's fruit, but likely she can't. I assume. Maybe not. I don't think so.
Oh, I mean that was
Because
interesting.
at this point, if what you're saying, I mean, I'm running with what you're saying. If that fruit turns up on that tangerine tree, now you wonder who's going to eat that joint.
Well, to my mind, if I had to give it to anybody that we have running around, and I'm just going to throw this out there, just I would give it to Usopp.
Oh man, because that'll counteract Van Auger.
Van Auger, yes. So
Teleport, he could. Yeah. Oh, he'd be a
I would
beast,
give
man.
it. And
Be
the
a beast.
and the crazy thing is, I would have him. And it would be a cheat because not even just can it counteract Van Auger, but to be a brave pirate of the sea, I would have so that he's pushing out his fear.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I would have him actually shooting fear at people. Well, all kinds of nonsense where, he isn't brave per se. He hasn't changed from being Usopp.
Uh-huh.
He's able to control his fear because he can push it out. And I would have him start shooting them little paws of fear at people. You get, the
And
more of a problem you are, the bigger power of fear you get.
that's cool. I don't know if it was Sawyer Sage, what's he call him, or Mr. Mosier, somebody. They brought out the fact that Usopp's biggest detriment to Usopp to using future sight is his fear.
Fear. He
You
can't
got to be
control.
calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be
Oh, could
calm.
you?
You got to be you got to be straight calm. You know what I'm saying? And if he ever gets past that, then he might could probably pull out future sight and be
Yo.
at just and but that's interesting because if he did have future sight, he probably wouldn't even need a devil's fruit to take out Van Orga because he could just see where he's teleporting, snipe him when he gets
He would
there.
have to have nasty, nasty future sight though, and I guess the
Yeah,
rumblings is
nothing,
that
man.
Yasop has nasty future sight.
Future
It
sight,
has to
yeah, yeah,
be,
yeah.
yeah.
So, but they got to let that man train up or whatever because he ain't done nothing with it yet. So, but
Right
that's a
there, he
side
above,
issue. Yeah, straight he above with observation. Okay, so he ain't really a factor in that respect. Okay, all right. So I'll go. But like I say, finally, Shorty's death scene. What you call 'em, that last panels off of what was that 1102 where Kuma's giving up his humanity or whatever, man. I can't wait to see that animated, man. All the man was crying. It was breaking my heart, yo. It was like, oh, I mean, my man Vegapunk crying. I mean, he on his knees. You know what I'm saying? And my man saying he's died. He going out like a D, man, with a smile on his face. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have.
Oh,
I, would,
maybe, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. But he got like I said, he got that until he like hits the switch and my man turned, robot like or whatever. And yeah, that was just sad. That was sad. So that's why I want him to get his revenge, man. And he got to at least bust my man's lip or something. I gotta see blood drawn on that too, because
you,
he caused this man too much trouble. Way
you
too
want to
much
see that
trouble.
man having some fear.
Yeah, I mean, but it's interesting because from the get go, Saturn seemed concerned about Kuma not being restrained. I mean, that's why he wanted to self destruct on him. He said, I mean, he told Vegapunk, he said, "Who's going to stop him if what he goes rogue? Put the self destruct in there." So he's clearly concerned about this dude's ability. Now I'm starting to wonder what his pecking order would be in the Shichibukai.
Oh,
Seemed like
Kuma's?
he would be, yeah, seemed like he would be, I mean, who would he be behind at that point? Definitely, probably my man, Mihawk, I
Mihawk is
guess.
the only. I mean, at this point, straight
I
up,
mean,
Mihawk is the only one. I mean, people like to sleep on him, but Dofi's a beast.
oh, he is,
Um,
he is.
yeah, so those are the only two that would come to mind off the top of my head. I would really like to see. Oda would have to just really, really give us Hancock to
Yeah,
see what she
yeah,
can do. Like we would have to see her go all out. I mean,
yeah.
not what we've seen. I have to see her put in work.
Mm-hmm.
Because her powers are nasty, but I got to see her get into a real. I need a slobber knocker. I got to see to be able to place her for real.
One thing I can say definitely, she would not be able to, in any form, she probably would not be able to turn Kuma to stone.
Oh, I don't think so either. Because she ain't Jenny. So at this point,
She ain't Jenny. That's
at this
what
point, I
it would
agree. I
not
agree.
work. She
I
would have to come
agree.
up with something else.
I agree.
Shorty ain't turning to
She'd
stone.
have to wear about it on her own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would wave that off quick.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And go to
I
work and do
agree.
it. All
I
right.
agree.
So that pretty much covers everything up until now. My main thing is like, where's my man Kizaru gonna be going from here on out? Because I don't know if he can. I don't. I think he's gonna. I don't think he's
I
gonna tap out. He's not gonna tap out of the
don't know,
Marines,
Jose. I don't
but
know. I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you.
see. He
I mean, because
he.
real talk, real talk. I mean, not to say whatever, because we didn't really touch on the Luffy versus Kizaru aspect of the whole situation and our thoughts on that exchange. Because I know I saw some places where they were like, Oda finally answered Ambrose versus Yonko, and I was just like that was a debate, like whatever. But
Mm,
that's neither here nor there. But for all intents and purposes, his objective is he was trying. I mean, Vegapunk seemed like that's his homie, and for all
yeah,
intents and
yeah,
purposes, he was going to kill that man. Like that's my mission. I'm here on Egghead Island to take out Vegapunk, and that's what he was trying to do that whole time. Luffy was fighting him.
yeah.
He was trying to get so he seemed to be on board. He's still playing company man. So I don't
I'm
know.
starting to wonder though. I mean, I don't know. I got a funny feeling about Kizaru when he saw that Nika joint, man. I don't know. I don't know if he was going to try to take that out. To be honest, I mean, I'm not saying that it wasn't his intention, but it's kind of like to me, like God with Ace. I mean, as a Marine, yeah, he stood by the execution stand, and it was what it was. Ace had to go because that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Marine. He wrote his ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But he wasn't really into it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean I'm with you.
I don't know. Keys. I mean, I'm just seeing Kizaru a little bit different. That's all.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, he said he couldn't move after he caught that headshot from Luffy.
Yeah.
But if he's the one that got him their food, then that means that he might not have been going all out. That's all I'm saying. That he might not
Look,
have been going all out. That's all I'm saying.
oh, against Luffy?
Maybe not.
Oh, I don't think. Well, see, this is what I'm. So, like, if we talk about the fight, I'm gonna tell you real talk. Luffy was going all out against
Oh
Kizaru.
yeah, no question, no question.
Kizaru was trying to get to Vegapunk.
Vegapunk, yeah.
He's not going all out against Luffy. It's not a fight. So
Nah.
I don't I'm not one of the people like, oh yeah, Luffy beat nah, I don't look, man. As far as I know, by the time Luffy threw that punch, Luffy ain't had nothing in the tank either. So they
Right,
both
right,
laid down on the ground. Like as far as I
right.
know, you saying Kizaru lost? Cause what? That's a draw, as far as I can tell. And that's one dude was fighting one dude, the other dude was trying to do something else. So I swatted you all, and I had to keep swatting you. I mean, so I don't know. It's not a
Now,
straight. I don't, and
here's
I
the
don't remember
difference.
any of these chapters being called. And you correct me if I'm wrong. When we get a fight chapter, it's usually pirate versus whoever
Versus,
they
yeah,
fighting.
right, right, right,
I
right.
don't ever remember seeing Mugiwara no Luffy versus
This is
Admiral Kizaru.
Kizaru.
I mean, maybe that was the name of one of the chapters, but I don't recall it. So somebody would have to bring that to my memory.
I mean, put it like that. If he did get Luffy that food, that means that at the conclusion of that fight, Luffy couldn't get up and Kizaru wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't want to. He didn't want no part of it. You know what I'm saying? He tapped out. Not to say that he wasn't spent or wasn't. I mean, the hit hurt and it put him down. True,
Oh, I agree.
but if he got him that food, then that means that he could move. He was just
Versus
playing out.
whatever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Now, if he find out that he could move, and Saturn find out that he the one that got him that food, then he might well not even go back to the Marines. It won't be no way for him but a noose, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because you helped the dude, like, probably at this point, running neck and neck with a dragon is the most notorious Bama on the sea.
Oh yeah. We gotta take Luffy out at this point in time. We on the
Yeah,
scene. He got to go. Yeah, I'm
at
with
this
you.
point, yeah. And any way that you look at it, running after this, these cats got to go.
Oh,
I
oh.
said, Buster call after Buster call after these Bama's because
I
they
mean,
got to
well, it,
go.
it also speaks to. I mean, if they are true Yonko, and just at this point, then you would assume that the Marines can't necessarily do that. So if they are true Yonko, which it's debatable for me.
Debatable,
Yeah,
debatable.
it's debatable for me. I mean, they're a strong crew, but as a true Yonko, I don't know. I don't
I mean,
know.
put it like this: if you go back to that situation and Sanji's being held at Marineford, do they have the ability to raise a siege like Whitebeard did? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
If he called in all his banners, I don't think he could. No.
I mean, even if he did, so the issue that you would run into, like real talk, I think Oda makes things very clear in a lot of ways. So they'll get into about Oda doesn't really care about power scaling and whatever. I've never agreed with that. I find Oda makes stuff pretty clear, and I can tell you there's only been I can count on one hand the amount of times that Oda's done something, and I was like, I don't know about this. But I can tell you that when they went to Marineford, when it was the Whitebeard pirates versus whatever, it was all three of those admirals, and if any of them one on one came from Whitebeard, I had Whitebeard taking them out.
I agree. I
Point blank
agree.
in period. I got the impression that his commanders were strong enough where I assume they were all the commanders would have lost, but they would have put up a fight against these admirals.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you at this point in time, from what I saw, Luffy went all out against Kizaru.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I thought Kizaru went all out against Luffy.
I don't think so.
So, and at this point in time in the series, I feel confident in saying Luffy's the most powerful member on his squad.
Yes.
I feel without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. Like, and I can't say that I always thought that during the time skip. I can tell you I think it definitively now.
Mm-hmm.
So he could not straight up just destroy Kizaru, which means
Mm-hmm.
he can't straight up destroy any of the admirals. If he
Mm-hmm.
can't straight up beat any of the admirals, can't
That's a
nobody else
problem.
beat any of the
That's a
admirals.
problem. That's a problem.
So at this point in time, they don't even. We haven't even talked about the new pacifistas. What the members called the
Oh yeah, yeah,
Seraphim.
the Seraphim, yeah.
We haven't even talked about them. Like at this point in time, the
And they put up
Mugiwara
they was working against them dudes. I mean, Zoro, he had to work
he was
fighting.
fighting two of them,
That's what
and
I'm
he told
saying.
Luffy, like, dude, I don't know what you're doing in there, but I need you to come out here and help me. Like
Right.
he said, I don't know what y'all talking about, but we got work out here, and I can't do this by myself.
They're not there yet.
Yo,
They're not
I
there
don't
yet.
think so.
He still got to figure out his conquerors and level up. He's still got a little ways to go until he get to a level like close to Mihawk.
Well,
So
they got to run into Shanks, so I think that's imperative
yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah,
Bama's
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. And not that I mean I'm not trying to drag this out, but if we're saying that Mihawk is the greatest swordsman in the world,
Uh-huh.
but we looking at these Gorosei and one of them Bama's got a sword. You know
What
what I'm saying?
are they,
So
dude? What are they? Like
I don't know what's going on.
stuff
You know
is
what I'm saying?
crazy.
So is dude just
Like,
like he just there for fun or what? Does he join in that discussion?
dude, I mean, oh my god, not even just the Goro say with the Holy Knights. What's his name? The
Yeah,
dude
my man.
who might be
Start with
Shank's
an F.
father. What's his
Fowler,
name?
Fowler,
Figureland.
Fingerland. Yeah, whatever.
Uh, yeah, what's his name? Garland.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So is Shanks is Mihawk over that dude? If he is, he's
I'm just like real,
how's that work? You know what I'm
real
saying?
talk.
Or is he the greatest of people who have fought each other so far on the seas? You know what I mean? And he ain't ran into this cat yet.
I
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
know, man. I
Like I
don't
said,
know,
one
man.
of them Bama's got a sword, man, and I gotta assume it's because he's a swordsman. Maybe his thing is more hockey than it is, or his devil fruit than it is swordsmanship. And Mihawk is actually the best.
I mean,
That's
okay,
that's
but
that's possible. They must
yeah.
have fought. They
Who?
had to have fought. He had to have fought with him for you to claim that you better than him. Or it's just known that, I'm pretty good, but
Look,
Mihawk's better. You know what I'm
look.
saying? So there's got to be a proof to that claim. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait to find out, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait
So
to find out.
I think that's everything I got up until now. Like I said, at this point, it's just the next chapter is what, this week or next week.
I think it's gonna be next week. So I mean, technically, 1103 hasn't come out. So
Yeah, because I see they didn't put it up on what you call this.
yeah, technically, we
Yeah,
didn't
they
saw it. We saw it. We should have seen it. It's gonna be 2 weeks before we get another One Piece.
okay. I can't wait because I just want to see Saturn get jacked, man. I ain't saying he's gonna lose, but I wouldn't mind if he died in the explosion. That's all I'm saying. And it's still
He gotta die. He gotta die.
yeah,
I mean,
and it's still an issue of how they get off of the island because if Kuma's their ticket out, if he can just teleport them in the whole boat somewhere else,
that robot
then
ain't
they got
showed up
out.
yet, dude. I mean,
Then he got smashed. Oh, the one that just got awakened. That's true.
yeah, man. With
Woke up with man.
dude, it's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff going on. We ain't seen everything yet, Jose. We ain't seen it all. Egghead is insane.
And they said this is people that was reading the paper. They said this Buster Call is bigger than the one at O'Hare.
Yeah.
I mean, this is bigger than the Buster Call at O'Hare. Although this is not technically
Yo,
a Buster Call, I guess. But the siege, he said, is bigger than
it's
the siege of
crazy. This
O'Hare.
is crazy. This is
So
crazy.
maybe that robot comes through and bashes through them Bammers and they just
It got to
escape.
be something. Otherwise, they not getting off that island.
Because they only got the one Admiral there, but they got the Gorosei and a
Who
whole
seems
bunch
like
of
a monster.
Bammers.
So Saturn seems like a monster.
Yeah, he might be worth two
Um,
Admirals. I don't know.
I mean, we got to see how this work out. I mean, if that's the case, then I would say each score that's a game changer. So I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
put it out
yeah,
there because if he's worth two admirals, then that's Yonko level to me. And
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. So we got to see how this work out.
Okay, so we'll shut this down here. In I guess in 2 weeks, you'll find out what happens to if Bonnie probably won't join the crew until
The end of the
they
arc.
get the end of the
Yeah,
arc, or when
yeah.
they get to Elbaf or whatever. Before they get to Elbaf, she got to make a decision, or they got to make a decision. Oh, one last thing. I thought it was curious when at the beginning of 1103, when what you call them, when Vegapunk asked her, did she see everything? And she said, yeah. And she hugged him, right? She reverted to her child form.
Yeah.
I think that if she joins the crew, she's not going to be grown up no more.
I
Because
think I agree with that.
yeah, I think
I
that's
agree with
kind
that.
of like her getting her childhood back. I mean, she's
I
10
think
years
so.
old. She's 10
That'll
years
be
old.
real sweet, yo. That'll be
That would be
real sweet. And she
oh,
don't, I don't have to be whatever a
yeah,
moment whereas because she had to do that to protect herself, run around
yeah,
as the adult, and I no longer need to. It's that moment where Robin's like, I don't have to worry about nothing. I got
yeah.
my friends. It's
That's what
just
I'm
that
saying.
like
She got
I ain't
the
worried.
comment to protect you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, dude,
Oh,
dude.
oh, that would be
Mm,
so cool. Because then,
I agree.
then Chopper can have a little sister. You know what I'm saying? And the girls will have somebody to bring up. You know what I'm saying? That would
Yeah,
be cool. All right,
yeah,
that's all. I
yeah. I'm
can't
with you.
wait for that. I can't wait for that. All right, yeah, all right. So that's the end of this. So Egghead is off the hook. To me, I'm liking it a little bit better than Wano because it seems like it's going to be more compact and it's more precise. It's a little bit more focused.
Okay.
Not to say Wano was unfocused, but it went on for a while.
I
And
mean,
I
did we
ain't got no
drop our
problem.
Wano review? I
I
don't
don't think
know.
we did. I don't think we
Oh, because
did.
Wano. My biggest problem with Wano, because I think I would have loved Wano an awful lot. It's just he didn't stick the landing, as far as I could tell. Some
No.
stuff just wasn't. Had he stuck the landing, could nobody tell me nothing about Wano. I'll tell you that on
Wano.
the break. So I think
I,
Wano is a very good, very great
oh, yeah.
art. You know,
Yeah.
it should have been. It's too big that it wasn't excellent. That's all I could tell you. You
Yeah.
spend 4 years somewhere, then it has to be excellent.
Yeah.
I
I
can
think
tell
it
you
was.
anything but A plus plus, dude. You done messed
Uh,
up.
all right, that's another video because I think I would have liked Goofy Kaido to end it a little differently in my mind.
Mm.
I wanted a clean win, but whatever.
Oh,
At
you
some
want to
point,
get
he
no
could.
clean win?
I mean, at some point, you gotta
You'd have
beat
to explain
somebody.
how he gonna do. How I mean, he can't get no clean win off Kaido, dude. I don't know how you would have
I
that
mean, look,
happen.
if you're gonna go through all this business of saying, bringing up Nika and saying he possessed by the spirit of some sun god or something like that, that's your clean win to me. Whatever.
Well, dude,
That's all I'm saying.
all I'm saying, Jose, is by the time that happened, Kaido had already fought the Scabbards. Kaido is carrying that big ass Onigashima. For all intents and purposes, that's on his back during the entirety of the fight.
True.
So I
Yes.
mean, he's exerting tremendous. It can't ever be. Then he fought the worst generation with assist from Big Mom before they broke into a tag team type. That it was Kaido by himself. So not to say whatever. It'll never, no matter what went down, it would never be a clean win.
Didn't nobody tell
Never.
him to pick up that island, man. They
I
could
ain't
have
saying
kept
that
it.
they
They could have
did. I'm
kept
just
him on the ground
saying.
and let him
I'm
beat that
just
man.
look.
I'm not saying that you can go back to Rob Lucci. You know what I'm saying? That was not easy when it was high def,
Okay.
but he did his leveling up, and did what he had to do. Now, should you get that same type of win off of a Yonko? No. But, so at some point he's gonna have to beat somebody.
It's coming. It's
Rob Lucci
coming.
style. Yeah.
It's
Just
coming. It's coming. He's
to
he's
me, that's
working
still his
towards it.
best. To me, that's still his best fight because he beat the dude flat.
Well, I agree with that, but I'm
You know what I'm
just like,
saying?
in all honesty, if had he beat Kaido straight up, and it would have been BS. That's what I would have ended up calling it. Like,
Yeah,
had it been a
I don't
situation
disagree. I don't
where
disagree.
there's no way that fight had to go the way it went. I mean, I can tell you pound for pound, I have never seen an exhibition from any character like Kaido. Kaido's a monster. I got anybody rolling up against Kaido at this point in time. He's crushing him. As far
Yeah,
as I can tell, he's the nastiest thing going. Now, I would love to see a real, true young exhibition from young Whitebeard, young Roger. I'd love to see what Zebek is doing, but I can tell you right now, in the pages of One Piece, I ain't never seen nothing. Like, because I'm telling you, when you review what Kaido did in that fight, I'm trying. Can't nobody touch him. Had he fought anybody straight up, and I'm talking about had he had left that island on the ground and fought anybody, I just don't. He's demolishing everybody. Like, just
and,
real talk, dude. He monster.
and Shanks stopped him from coming to Marineford
How?
somehow.
Like,
I
this
don't
is
know if it was it
crazy,
talked him down or
y'all.
did he raise hands to that man. But
Now, I
stopped
will
him
tell you
from
this.
coming.
I have much respect for Shanks. I have much respect for Shanks, especially the way he treated And people get into a lot of stuff about how he one-shotted this person and whatever, whatever. I
Uh-huh.
can tell you as a fighter, and I know we off topic now, but as a fighter, Shanks is probably one of. I mean, he's mean. He's real mean. Because I want people to realize something. I want you to really think about this, folks. Real talk. When you see these people, when Big Mom is throwing punches at people, when Kaido was hitting people, when they start off, how often do they start off with named attacks? I want to make sure we understand. We doing shonen. The big thing is a named attack. You take a punch from Big Mom. Yeah, I took a punch from Big Mom. But it's a punch. A
Right, right.
named attack is when you put your back into something.
That's
These
true.
Bammers are getting real. I'm about to mess you up, and I want to mess you up. When Kaido gave a named attack, when he first hit Luffy, he didn't want to kill him. And I
Mm.
want to make sure that we just understand what we dealing with. Shanks was not playing. He ain't start with this. Let me feel him up. Let me whatever, whatever. He came hard from the jump. I want you to just imagine, and this is the only comparison I would draw is that combo attack Kaido and Big Mom did on the top of Onigashima.
Yeah.
That joint that Zoro kind of tanked.
Yep.
All I'm saying is that was Shanks's version of that coming at the Kid Pirates off the break. He didn't build up to it. It wasn't, oh, I'm gonna have to. He came with that to start. That's how he said hello. Shanks is a mean dude. I'm trying
I'm
to tell
surprised.
you,
I'd be surprised if we see Kid anymore.
yo,
I think he's
that
done. I think he's done. I don't
man,
think we ever gonna see.
yo, don't nobody fight like that. Nobody fights like I've never seen anybody fight like that, dude. Period.
his
Except Shanks.
boy. His boy had begged for mercy. You know what I'm saying? He said, take our opponent rubs. Just leave us alone. He
Dude.
destroyed their whole ship. Sent them all to the bottom of the sea as far as we know.
Yo,
Oh, I hate to think
I,
what he did to my man Bartolomeo.
Jesus,
I
dude,
mean,
like this stuff is crazy.
because he said he went to get Bartolomeo right after what
Yo,
he messed up.
yeah, we gotta go.
He
We
messed
gotta
up.
show up.
That man might be dead.
Yo, I don't know, because
So
you guys gotta run. Like there's nothing because Shanks ain't playing. Like I just expected it to
nah,
be. We got to feel him. I mean, you saw how Blackbeard he's going toe to toe with Law.
yeah.
I'm a punch. You gonna punch. Whatever, whatever. Shanks said we not doing that.
He just
Let me
said,
go ahead and hit you with this
"Find the
divine departure.
departure."
Like they go like, no,
Like
who
the
does this?
whole thing, just the whole thing, it was just vaporized or whatever. It just destroyed their ship, destroyed their hopes, their dreams, all of it does. I don't think we're gonna see them. I really don't. I mean, if we do, they
They're
might
gonna be
be
part of
dead.
Shanks' crew. I mean,
Yeah,
kid gonna
well,
be
that's
missing a leg now. He gonna have a metal leg to go
yeah.
with that metal arm. He gonna be Captain. He gonna be
I
one of the
mean,
low members. Who
well, look,
oh,
at least wife me and ask you. You know, you be one of my sons. You know what I'm saying? He get your invitation. He's just subordinate members. You know what I'm saying? Just devastate the members and imprison them or something. I don't know. Oh,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
disheartening. That was just. I mean, at least my man's still out there. Law's still out there. Oh, he probably
Not
still
gonna
got his
do but
something
run back to
wrong.
Luffy. Yo, there's nothing.
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? He might be the cabin boy. I don't know. He might be looking for protection. Because yeah,
save me,
yeah,
save me.
I think that was his official exit from the story. We won't see him or Killer or none of them people no more.
It makes you know that 3 billion bounty that they put on them Bammers was worthless.
Scratch
Like
that
I
up.
just don't even
Scratch that
understand
up.
why the heck.
Scratch that up. Look, after this, after Egghead, his joint's going up high, obviously.
Oh, it has to be.
It
It
has
has
to
to.
be. It
Everybody
has to be.
has to get a bump. This crew is
Yeah.
ridiculous because Zoro's gonna put down Lucci.
Yeah.
Um, I guess Luffy went toe to toe with an admiral.
Yeah.
I don't
At
know.
this point, he might go to go to States. At this
Oh
point.
my
He
god.
might. I mean, because
Yeah.
he ain't
So
eating
this
that
stuff is
food for
crazy.
nothing. I mean, he's a.
And they might say he the one who killed. He's gonna get blamed
There
for
you
killing the
go.
girl. Say
There you go. If Saturn dies, they're gonna pin it on Luffy
on Luffy.
and say, "There's two ways you can go about that. You can either pin it on Luffy and up his bounty, or just disavow the whole thing and Don't say nothing, because how many people actually know will go and say, all
Oh,
right,
that's a good point. I mean,
in the
if
in
they
the
don't, then
comment,
it's
just
okay.
comment, yeah, because if you say that one of our, if there's a pirate out there that could kill one of the nobles, you don't really want to put that in the paper.
I
Now
mean,
my man Morgan might do it.
he
They could put a
might.
hit on
That's the
him
story.
too. You know?
Well, Morgan, you know,
You on the
they
run
do.
anyway.
He
You
said,
on
"I
the
don't
run.
care."
He on the run. Yeah, he on his little sky base going around. He don't. He probably don't. He ain't got no home base. He got to keep flying because at this point they probably looking to kill him anyway. So off of that last one.
Man.
Okay. All right. So we'll reconvene when we get the next chapter. Till then, also let us know what you think about Egghead and the events that have led up to where we are right now, the siege on Egghead Island. And do you think that Saturn's gonna make it out alive? We pretty much know cool. And do you think that Bonnie is the next Straw Hat? So let us know what you think. Until next time, stay loose.